Ignaz Philipp Semmelweis, born on July 1, 1818, in Buda, Hungary, would become a pioneer whose ideas revolutionized medicine. Growing up in a prosperous family, Ignaz was the fifth of 10 children. His father, Joseph Semmelweis, was a wealthy grocer who emphasized the value of education. This upbringing instilled in Ignaz a sense of discipline and curiosity. As a young boy, Ignaz showed a keen interest in the natural world. He would often be found exploring the fields and streams near his home, collecting samples and conducting his own little experiments. These early experiences ignited a passion for science that would shape his future. In 1837, Semmelweis began his studies at the University of Vienna, initially pursuing law but soon switching to medicine, driven by his fascination with the human body. Semmelweis's most notable achievement came from his work at the Vienna General Hospital in the 1840s. Here, he observed a tragic phenomenon. Many women were dying from childbed fever shortly after giving birth. This condition, also known as puerperal fever, was causing immense suffering, and no one understood why it was happening. Intrigued and determined to find a solution, Semmelweis noticed a critical difference between two maternity wards. In one, doctors and medical students who had often come directly from autopsies without washing their hands attended to the women. In the other, midwives who did not perform autopsies were the primary caregivers. The mortality rate in the first ward was significantly higher. To test his hypothesis, Semmelweis introduced a simple practice. He insisted that doctors and students wash their hands with a chlorine solution before attending to patients. The results were astonishing. The mortality rate plummeted from 18% to just 2%. Semmelweis had discovered that something invisible on the doctor's hands, what we now know as germs, was causing the deadly infections. However, his ideas were met with resistance. Many doctors were offended by the implication that they were causing harm, and the concept of germs was not widely accepted. Semmelweis faced ridicule and rejection from his peers, which took a toll on his mental health. Despite his groundbreaking findings, he struggled to gain recognition during his lifetime. A lesser-known fact about Semmelweis is his deep sense of empathy and commitment to his patients. He was known to spend hours comforting and caring for women suffering from childbed fever, showing a level of compassion that was uncommon in his time. This dedication made his inability to convince the medical community of his findings all the more heartbreaking. In 1865, Semmelweis's mental health deteriorated, and he was committed to an asylum where he died tragically at the age of 47. Ironically, he succumbed to an infection similar to the ones he had fought so hard to prevent. It wasn't until years after his death that Semmelweis's contributions were fully recognized. The advent of germ theory, championed by Louis Pasteur and Joseph Lister, validated his work and solidified his legacy as the savior of mothers. Today, Ignaz Semmelweis is celebrated as a hero in medical history, a testament to the power of observation, persistence, and the unwavering commitment to saving lives.